this is the first video. We're going to go ahead and get started. First thing we need to do is open up our Photoshop. You can do that by opening up the Creative Cloud app by clicking on the icon there. If you don't have it pinned to your taskbar, that's fine. You can just click on the search, type in Adobe, and then click on the Creative Cloud app there. This allows us to see everything that's installed in our Creative Cloud for us. Only thing we really need right now is Photoshop and Fresco, and we need to make sure that they're up to date. If they have updates, I would take a second to update those, and then you can open up your Photoshop and then get to work. Once this opens up, we're going to create a new file. And then you'll get this screen right here. It gives you a bunch of different options for like saved and photo and print and web, depending on what you're doing. It doesn't really matter which one of these you select right now, because we're going to go ahead and change all the settings for ourselves. First thing we need to do is to name it. Best thing to do is name it the project that you're currently working on and put your name in it. So I'm going to put pixel art Frank. And then you're going to want to change right here from inches. There's a lot of different choices, but we want pixels. And we're going to do 40 by 40. And we're going to change our resolution to 72 pixels per inch. Oops. I want 72. I'm not sure why I changed that. We want RGB color and 8-bit. And then we're going to go ahead and click create. Once everything is created, all right, and now you can see that our canvas is super tiny. That's about how big our picture would print out if we printed it on paper, based on your screen. And now there's a couple different things we can do to, zoom in to see what's going on. You can hit Control and plus, and that will enlarge it as big as you want it. Or you can go to View, and you can just click on Fit Screen. A good thing are the little shortcuts, and you can use Control minus to zoom out. Zoom in is Control plus. Control 0 will just make it fit your screen. This is the way I like to look at it personally. All right, the next thing we need to do is set up our grid. The grid is going to make sure, or help us make sure, that we can create our pixel art proportionally. So the easiest thing to do to set up our grid is we're going to go to View, and we're going to click on where's it at? Where is it at? It is under Show and then Grid. So View, Show, and then Grid. So our grid right now is right here. You can see it's real light gray. It's really huge, and that is not going to work for what we're trying to do. So you're going to want to go to Edit, and then all the way down at the bottom, you're going to go to Preferences, and we're going to go to Guides, Grid, and Slices. All right, so this is all your preferences right here. Guides, Grid, and Slices are highlighted. So we want a grid line every 1 pixel. All right, now you can see in the background how it changed. That looks a little bit better. We have all these little tiny grid squares inside of our grid. This is the subdivision area. If you change that to 1, that's going to get rid of those. If you don't like looking at the black grid lines, you can change it to whatever color makes you happy. I kind of like the light gray or black, depending on what I'm doing. But you can change it to whatever color makes you happy and doesn't hurt your eyes. But I'm going to set it at light gray. And then we're going to go up to our general tab, and under image interpolation, we want to change it from bicubic automatic to nearest neighbor. This is going to preserve those hard edges. That way we don't have like that smoothing effects that Photoshop likes to do. It kind of like makes the gradient or makes it smoother on the edges, looks all like kind of blurry. We don't want that. We want the hard edges so we can see our pixel art in its best form. All right, and then once you have all those settings selected, then you just hit OK, and then we're going to be good to go to move on to the next step. I'm in this video right here. You can move on to the next video, which is going to cover the paintbrush versus the pencil tool, the option bar, and the color picker.